Hi, I'm Chris from SQL4automation. In this video, I'm going to show you the SQL4automation query tool and how you can use it to test your SQL queries and links. Now, in our first two videos, we've already installed SQL4automation and created a link to our sample database. You can click on this link if you want to watch it. If you open our sample database, you should find one table with 4 columns. One column with the IDs, one column with integer values, one with floating point values, and one with strings. And there should be 300 entries in total. Now, to verify this, we are going to use the query tool. With the query tool, I'm going to simulate a control system and send requests over the link we created in our connector to the database. This way I can check out if the connection is working correctly, search for data in my database, or test out any requests. And this means that if I'm developing a new request, I can just test it here first. Now, to use the query tool, I first need to make sure that I have a valid license. Just open the config tool, connect, and check the status. And as you can see by this purple LED, we don't have a license. So I'm just going to license and activate the test license. This license will be valid for 2 hours. Now we can go to Tools and open the Query tool. In the Query tool, we have 4 main sections: the connection properties, the output configuration, the query section, and the result. In the connection properties, under Host, we select a connection to our connector service. And with the port, we can define which link we want to use. Now again, if you're using one of these controllers in your project, you have to choose the correct one. So with these settings, I'm going to connect to my first link. In the output configuration, you can make restrictions to your results, but most of the time you can just leave it at default. With these buttons here, I can insert standard SQL strings into the command window. Here I can clear the window, copy the text, or export it. Now, to test our connection, I'm going to use the standard select string and send it. And as you can see in our results section, we can see our data. Just like we expected, we have 4 columns with our ID and the parameters. Now, in my command window up here, I can write anything I want. So if I just type some nonsense here and send it, I will get an error. Now, to get more information about this error, I could use the debugger, or I can go back to our config tool. And as you can see, our database didn't understand the syntax, but it received the command. So with our command window, we can control our database. I can execute store procedures, get the time, create new tables, and send basically anything I want. You just have to make sure that you use the correct syntax based on your database type, or else you will get errors. If you want to edit the standard queries based on your application, you can go to Options, Edit SQL Examples, and here you can change them to anything you want or go back to the default values. Alright, so that's it for this video. In our next tutorial, we're going to use the debugger tool to debug our requests and our links. If you have any more questions, you can write them in the comments below or check out our other videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.